Maybe it isn't. I don't fucking know. It's way too bright. Anyways, hi, welcome to the fourth stream in a row. I've done one every day. Let me just try and get everything up and running here. Hang on. Alright, let's just try and... Alright, great. Anyways, the point of this video is to receive, what, I don't know, 15 questions, that's sort of it, and then just to end it there. The last couple of days I've done X amount of views, but since yesterday I kind of realized, well, that doesn't fucking work too well. There'll be no end in bloody sight. Can I, look, if I turn this one off as also, alright, it's just this light and it's kind of dark, but whatever. Fuck it. Anyways, the point of this, just hi. Somebody says hello, I'm saying hi back. The point of this is just that when I reach 15 questions in total, I'll end it. So, you know, if you have any questions, go ahead. Otherwise, I'll just be talking about stuff. I wanted to keep a candle in the background, but it grew a tumor or something. I'm scared to touch it. I don't know. Today I got an ad for oddly satisfying whatever the fuck. Obviously you've seen such a thing, or at least I think most people have. And I've come to realize I sort of have a problem with it, because anything that's claimed to be oddly satisfying is satisfying, but not in the least bit odd. People, look, the video I saw, it was a guy painting an oil painting and it looked really nice. And, you know, at some point you have to stop and think, what the fuck is odd about this? How is this odd? Somebody good at what they're doing is doing what they're good at, and whoa, it's satisfying to watch. What a surprise that is. I don't fucking get that at all. And you see it everywhere. It's just, I don't know, fucking, it bothers me sometimes. Keep in mind, you're more than welcome to ask questions. I'll do my, not even do my best to answer them. I'll answer them. Oh, and I should probably explain also what my sort of plans are. Fuck off. What my plans are. Instead of just posting entire live sessions, what I'll do instead is I'll just sort of do the live stream, and then afterwards I'll probably take it down, but edit it into sort of a shorter version that's much more digestible when re-watching on YouTube, sort of the highlights, if there should ever be any. But, you know, I'll stop it when I get... Well, I'm saying 15. Fuck it. It might be... It might just be 10. I don't know. There is no way only 15 questions. How about 20 questions? Well, considering nobody has manned up and asked a question so far, 20 seems rather optimistic, if you ask me. Also, somebody... Well, one of my... Let's just say, yeah, one of my friends, sure, asked if this was a Christmas calendar, because I've been streaming for the last couple of days, and I really hadn't considered that at all. Things can fuck off because I fumble with them too much. He'd asked me, oh, is this a Christmas calendar? And I had to say, you know what, I really had not considered whether or not it could be. Sure. I didn't start on December 1st, so it sort of defeats the purpose. But considering I've done such things in the past, named it Sketch December, well, why not this year? All right. Somebody's written, finally made it to a stream. Well, congratulations. I have no prizes to give, nor do I know if you deserve one. Um, one of my videos help you do a Joker monologue for school. You represented your class, but you fucked up by presenting. You can say fuck in the chat. I don't give a shit. Um, I don't have any sort of words that aren't allowed here. Um, you you fucked up presenting it in front of your grade level. Can I do a backflip? Um, Sorry, I seem to feel as though the comment is a little inconsistent in the way that I fail to understand part of it. But I'm happy if it helped you do something. I find a lot of the time I should probably fuck the pen I used to mark. I threw it away. Whatever. I should probably mention I did a bunch of acting videos, sort of parodying how to act a certain way, and it was just off the top of my head, which I thought was rather funny. A lot of people took it seriously, and hey, you know, if you did and you got something good out of it, well, regardless of which way you took it, um, you know, if you enjoyed it or could use it for anything, that's sort of neat, I would say. But yeah, just a lot of people took it really seriously, and gave me a lot of compliments on it. I made a video looking back at them, because I failed to understand how it wasn't clear that I was being sarcastic. You know, it was just things coming off the top of my head. They're the most popular videos on my channel, so if you've heard about my channel, chances are you've probably seen one or two of them. Can I do a backflip? Depends where. On a trampoline, sure. I think I spoke about it shortly on the stream yesterday. If I were to do it now, it would end in, I don't know if it's suicide, but I would land on my neck and break the fuck out of it. Being at least crippled for the rest of my life, if not dead. Maybe it would do me a favor. Hey, I don't know. Remember high school when I tried to cheat at a math test and almost commit Sudoku? Ah, yes. I suppose I could tell that story. I was I was about to do a maths test, and I hadn't. This was my second year of high school. I hadn't really studied for it, but I thought I'll do fairly well. And then before we began, I wrote something on my arm because in my head, at the time, I was thinking, you know what? If I just write it on my arm, not the actual answer to the question, but just things to remind me how to answer the question, that'll be fine. Nothing's wrong with that. And then I fell on my way to the maths test, and I fucked my hand up, just scraped it, and I went in there bleeding. And the teacher was saying, "Do you want to take the day off? It looks fairly severe. What?" And I should have said, "Yeah, just let me get the fuck out of here," but I didn't, and I continued to do it. And then when we were all sitting down, I realized my sleeve was up, so I tried, as subtly as I could, roll up my sleeve and look. And at that point I realized, yeah, I'm fucked, because this most definitely is cheating. And whatever, I ended up getting caught and chucked out. And everybody thought it was because of my hand, so I mean, hey. Good times. What else? What's my opinion on Polish people? And do I have any Polish friends? For fuck's sake. Yeah, I hate them all. I think I don't know if I really distinguish between nationalities much more than just thinking, right, you're from here. Um, I used to have a Polish friend, but I don't know. He used to brag a lot about stuff, he had a very big ego. I don't know if I, could handle it way too much. Also, well, I guess I have a Polish friend, but she kind of lives there. I've spoken to her online, and so we're good friends now. She was supposed to come to Denmark this year and work, but COVID fucked that up. These aren't funny answers, by the way. I mean, backflip is a backflip, even if you die. Yes, I could probably perform a backflip and die, but I wouldn't live to tell the tale. Rather, well, if it was on live stream, I suppose people could still see it. Somebody's written hello there. By the way, I changed the setup from yesterday because at least now I have some control over everything. I have a monitor just next to it. By the way, yesterday's stream was interrupted because my dad decided to give me a call to tell me the lighting was off. But it just fucked everything up and the stream died and I couldn't find it anywhere on my channel until a few hours later it popped up. We were talking about it. He found it rather hilarious. I suppose it was. Anyways, I don't know how many questions that was. Maybe 3 or something. And it's been a little more than 10 minutes. Somebody's written, hello there. Hello? Do I have a girl/boyfriend? I don't have a mixture, if that's the question. Not at the moment. I only have myself. And is Daddy watching now? I don't know. He might be. Although probably not. He is probably off drinking some beverage as he tends to do. That would be him. He drinks a lot of wine. As in, he drinks so much fucking wine you wouldn't believe. Do I have an ex though? Yes, I do. Let's talk about my love life and my previous relationships, shall we? I actually wrote something down for, stuff to fill the gaps if nobody asked questions. And one of them was from a date I'd been on. I'd been on with an American girl. This was my first date ever, I believe. And it's 2 years ago? A little more than 2 years ago. Yeah, she was from Texas. And we met in the town I grew up in, actually. And it was fucking cold. And we were talking about whatever the hell, and then she starts talking about cultural appropriation, which I suppose is a big thing in America. I heard a lot of fucking shit about that. I even talked about it a few days ago where I asked whether or not interracial sex could be considered such. I mean, if you really think about it, kind of makes sense. Anyway, she started talking about that and how she had earlier that day yelled at somebody from wearing a Mexican hat. I mean, how fucking retarded is that? I genuinely don't understand. It seems, I don't know, there aren't enough hours in a fucking day for me to be concerned about that. In the least. And look, if somebody's wearing something to mock whatever it is they're mocking, stop giving them attention. Just fucking walk past them, man. Don't take time out of your life to yell at them. Chances are you're going to yell at them, go your separate ways, and then they're going to go home and tell their friends or whoever the fuck they're seeing, want to hear something funny today? Somebody got really offended at what I was doing. And then they'll probably continue to do it. Whatever. I'm just saying this in the case that it annoys you. But honestly, if you choose to not give a fuck, it's much easier to deal with. Do I remember DN from high school? No fucking clue, son. Absolutely no clue. Oh, we've reached 7 viewers. That was the maximum amount from yesterday. I should celebrate. I guess I'll drink some beer. This isn't real beer, by the way. It's fucking smothered in honey. These nuts. Thank you. I deleted 2014 from my brain, but I guess it just keeps popping up again. Got him. Congratulations. Now the backflip to celebrate. Yeah, I'm considering it. I really am. I don't know. How many questions have I answered? 4, maybe? Keep fucking going. Oh, right. I was talking about my date. Because we decided to go on a second date. That's the worst. Really the worst start to a date I've ever experienced. We decided to meet up in the town I live, where I live now, and she'd arrive at the station, and I'd meet her sort of halfway, because explaining where to go is a little more complicated than just actually fucking showing it. So we're walking toward each other, and all of a sudden I notice a smell. I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is this? It's smelling really bad. And I notice her, and then I look down at my foot, and I see, oh fuck, I've just stepped in dog shit. I don't know, I can think back at times where I've been happier. Wasn't particularly happy at that point in time. And imagine being in that situation, sort of what thoughts are going through your head, because you're debating what to do next. How do I sort of go about this? Do I run? Just run and never return? Maybe she didn't see me. Or do you just show up and say, hey, want to hear something funny? Maybe she's into that kind of stuff. You don't know. I doubted that was the case. We're up to 11 views now. What the fuck didn't we get there yesterday, huh? God damn it. Anyways, I just kind of waved to the side and went to the local harbor and washed my shoe. Decided that was sort of what the best thing I could do. And yeah, I guess I didn't fucking hear from her after that day, so I don't know if that was why or because she just deemed me to be retarded. Too much math. Everybody's going +1. I see you keeping a close count. I think I've answered 5 now. That's a third of 15. Oh, speaking of maths. I could ask her if she would like to clean it. Is that what girls do in America? Fucking what? Well, I couldn't now. I mean, I suppose I could message her now. Hey, remember way back when, 2 years ago? Would you? Let's say I had asked you, would you have cleaned it for me? Because I need to know whether or not that was a missed opportunity. It might have been. It might very well have been. I don't like the lighting. This isn't much better. It's just way too fucking bright. I like how it's dark in the sides, but I don't like that it's just lighting up part of my face. Maybe if I move over here. Didn't help much. Also, the fact that I'm wearing glasses kind of fucks it up. Anyways, am I still in Denmark? Where would I have fucked off to? It's not as though there are many options, or have been as of late. Well, people are starting to talk to each other. Yes, my live streams, a place where people gather and become friends. How old am I? 22. I just turned 22. A lot of people think I look younger, I guess. I don't fucking know. I'm trying to think of something funny to say about that, but it's just my age. Ha! Number. Alright. Let me just start talking about stuff I've written down. Because these are things I wanted to do a video on anyways. I'll keep throwing stuff over there because I want to touch. Okay. Anyways, no. Let's see. Small dog I've written, I'm referring to Chihuahuas there. Just because I wanted to talk about them. I don't know if you've ever encountered one, but they are fucking mental. I don't know who decided to breed such a retarded dog, but somebody did. Because there are two types of Chihuahuas. There are the one type that they aren't sick in the head or anything. They just don't respond to anything. It's as though their soul has left their body and they're just a standing corpse. And you could snap your fingers in front of them and they wouldn't react just because they're so brain dead. There aren't enough fucking neural connections in their brains to register. And then there are the others, the sick fucks, the aggressive kind. Have you ever fucking seen one of those? That's how they act all the time, and they'll fucking try and bite you if you're not careful. I was actually bitten as a child, but not by a Chihuahua, but another small dog. Maybe it's just a fucking dog thing in general. If you know, they have there's a point where if they're smaller than that, their head is fucked. You know, they stem from wolves, or so I've been told. Sorry. So I've been told. Maybe that was the optimal size. That's how sort of evolution wanted them to look. But then somebody looked at that and thought, you know what? I want that as a pet, but that won't fucking do. I suppose it came about sort of around the time people thought, let's not breed dogs for a purpose. You know, you have certain dogs that are bred to help hunt, and so I don't know fucking how you improve their sense of smell, but supposedly that's what you do, and so you have different types there, and then you have the types that are bred purely for aesthetics. And for whatever reason, Chihuahuas are sort of seen as these high-class dogs that you have to put in small slippers and carry around in your purse, and somehow they're cute. They aren't. And the quicker we fucking realize that, the quicker we can move toward building a good world. Please ask questions. I do have stuff to do tomorrow. Alright, lotion and dry hands. Yes, I don't know if people have the same problem as I do, where every winter their hands get dry. Well, I suppose if you live around the equator, you never have to worry about that. But as soon as it gets cold, your hands are pretty fucked, right? Because they just start, you know, splitting and your skin isn't soft anymore, and then you have to apply lotion, and I'll get there. Somebody asked for my favorite food, and you apply fucking lotion, and you have to apply so much, and your hands get so oily, and everything you touch gets fucked immediately after. I hate it. I hate wearing lotion, and I hate not wearing lotion because that also fucks me over. And also, why are the hands the part of your body that get cold first? Well, I know why. It's because your body goes, well, we better fucking keep the core warm because that's the part of the body, you know, carrying our vital organs and such. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. We've invented stuff called jackets and clothes. I've got fucking stuff to keep my core warm. We have gloves as well, but when you really think about it, when it's cold outside, wearing gloves doesn't fucking help. All the blood is just retracted to keep the core warm, which is warm to begin with, and then my hands suffer until they go fucking limp and they resemble claws. I don't know. What do you say? Your hands sweat so much here in the equator, and it feels greasy as fuck. So I'll wipe it off, then it feels dry, and it's similar here. Right. Yeah, I don't know where you live. Which country are you from? You can tell me that. While I'm waiting for that exciting answer, I'll answer the favorite food thing. I suppose I don't really have a favorite food. I really like risotto. That shit's fucking good. This is a sort of a basic question. Philippines. Well, I have a friend from the Philippines as well. Her name is Anis. Perhaps you know her. I don't know. Wouldn't surprise me. Spoke to her earlier today. A lot of people, they write that down. What am I supposed to write down? Was it me you're talking to? I don't know. No, a lot of people, they say, I don't know, pizza's my favorite food, or burger. That's basic as fuck, and it's pretty much, I don't know, to me it just seems as though that's admitting I don't know how to cook something that's better than that. And we're not saying you can't have fucking great pizza or burgers, but there are so many meals that are, at least to me, far beyond what they could ever be. You know, if you know how to cook a proper steak, then you've come pretty far. It's not a basic question. I don't know. It's sort of, what's your favorite color? How old are you? What's your favorite food? Sort of, which one of your vital organs do you consider to be most vital? That's a sort of a question that isn't very basic. The answer to which that's probably the heart. Or I don't know, if I don't have a liver, I die regardless, so maybe I don't know, take your view. There are many vital organs. How many questions are we up to? What, 7 or 8? I don't know. I'm happy with how this is going so far. Keep in mind, I'll probably keep the video up just until I've edited a sort of a highlight version, and then I'll take this down. Because who's going to sit down and watch 40 minutes of me talking about absolutely nothing? If you'd have to choose between selling my house or clothes, which one would I choose and why? Well, I don't live in a house. I live in an apartment which I rent. And I'm moving out of it in a little less than a month anyways. So, fuck this place. But let's say I owned a house. Would I rather get rid of the house, sell the house, or sell my clothes? Good to buy clothes. Why? The value What kind of clothes do you think I have? Look at what I'm wearing now. Does this scream $60,000 to you? I don't know what an average house costs, but let's say one I could theoretically in 10 years afford. How much does that cost? Maybe $150,000, maybe a little more. I don't know. I haven't looked into houses. And then all my clothes total, which are worth maybe, I don't know why I'm using dollars, but I suppose that's the most sort of internationally recognized, like, I forgot the word for currency, there you go. What do I have? Maybe $1,000 worth of clothes? More than that, right? But so, say 3,000. As a huge, huge difference in value. Fuck it, goodbye house. I have to keep this shirt. Are you kidding me? It's blue. Gotta keep that on. My mic is muted. Uh, um, no, it's not. Right, does it work now? Okay, anyways, maybe it's your computer that's fucked. What would a four-dimensional hot dog look like? Fuck me. Now we're getting really deep. Try, I don't know, somebody type reload the stream. A four-dimensional hot dog. Finding it difficult just imagining a three-dimensional hot dog, but that's just because I'm so retarded. My brain cells left. They sold their house and opted to keep their clothes. Four-dimensional hot dog. I don't fucking know. First, we have to, find a definition for a fourth dimension, right? I'm not that clever. Somebody can do that for me, and maybe. Yeah, try rejoining the stream. Play some music and check. Just play some music instead. By the way, I really appreciate that some people have stayed throughout this, just from the beginning or almost the beginning. That's rather cool. I've been streaming for half an hour now. I'm just going to say I've answered 8 questions because I don't know if I have, but that's probably fairly accurate. So you can you're going to go in a bit. Well, you can, if you want, ask a final question. Otherwise, I'll just crack on with these things I've written down. But don't apologize to me, Go for it, son. Alright. I written how my loudspeaker healed. My voice cracked there, and I'm very proud of it. Make the most random question you go. Yeah, sure. How my loudspeaker healed. This is a pretty fucked story from around 1.5 years ago. I just bought a loudspeaker. This one. Looks a bit like a lantern. Fairly nice, made by Bose. I suppose that's how you pronounce their name. And the first time the first day I got it, right, I took it outside because I went for a walk at night with one of my friends, and I drop it and it fucks up the bass completely. Every time there's bass in a song, it goes right. That you can't fucking listen to that, right? So I think, oh, for fuck's sake. I sent it back to them. and say, hey, this is broken, right? I don't know what to do. So they take it to their headquarters or wherever the hell they keep the loudspeakers, and they say, okay, well, we'll test it out and see what's going on here. They they take me back and they say, well, we've done some bass tests on it, and we don't hear anything wrong with them. And that doesn't make any fucking sense to me, because it was actually broken. It's a bit like handing in a retarded and crippled person, and then somebody claims they're functioning just fine. And I don't know, then I get it back, and it's as though there's nothing wrong with it. And it still has the dents in it that it got when I dropped it. I don't know if you can see it. Right there, right? It's a bit like handing in a retarded person and then being handed a... It's nothing like that. Just handed a completely functioning human being back, and you go, what the flying fuck? Or putting them into daycare, right? And you get a healthy child back, and you think, holy fuck, they're good at their job. I don't know. And now, after what, 1.5 years, the bass is sort of starting to fade again. So I'm not really sure if it's the boomerang effect, and you know it didn't work, and then you threw the... I don't fucking know, and then it started working again, and then it got fucked. Continue to ask questions, because at some point I'm out of here, son. I don't know, just a bit of a peculiar experience I had with my loudspeakers. Was my guilty pleasure? Fuck me, that's such a good... Well, it's a difficult question, because I feel as though I've gotten to a point where I don't really feel much... very guilty about doing stuff. I just kind of do them. I think even I mentioned it in the previous stream, how I sometimes, instead of drinking a cup of coffee, I'll just eat a spoonful of Dijon mustard. Just because I guess that's pretty fucked. That should be a guilty pleasure, right? Because it sort of wakes you up. It gets your nostrils running and your eyes watered right up. So if you're low on energy, you'll fucking feel that. I'm telling you. That's a pretty good guilty pleasure, I would say. I suppose I could also, I don't know, you know, I was about to say, you know how you sometimes, you want people to, when you ask them questions, you sort of make up an answer for them in your head, the answer that you'd most want them to give you, right? And so if you get to know somebody fairly well, you'll sort of know how they function, and so you try to sort of push the right kind of buttons before asking the question. I'm not saying this in a bad way, you're not trying to anger them, but right, you try and phrase the question in such a way that you think will make them more likely to answer the way you want, which is rather egotistical. I suppose I can do that sometimes, but I imagine most people are like that. But I'm not going to claim it doesn't make me feel guilty, because it sort of feels as though you're manipulating a little bit, which I suppose you are. I don't know if that's relatable to anybody. Keep firing questions. That was 9. We're up to 9. We're only 6 away from eternal freedom. Well, I'll most likely be back tomorrow, but you know, freedom for X amount of time at least. Speaking of speakers, I don't know if you've ever bought a pair of headphones before from an Apple store or something like that. I haven't bought AirPods, and I probably should, but I haven't so far because they cost money. Uh, Rather valuable resource it seems to me, but I suppose that's subjective. So I bought the ones with cords, and the thing about them, they aren't designed to last. They're designed to get thrown out a few weeks later, pretty much, and they always tangle up, and I don't know, they're just kind of fucked to deal with. So, anyways, the ones I had broken, surprise, and I had to get new ones. So I went to the Apple store, and I picked out a pair, bought them, plugged them in. I went for a run. I wanted to run back to my apartment because I'd gone there in running gear. And I ran back, and as soon as I arrived back home, they were broken. I don't know what the fuck happened. Somehow, something within the cord just decided I'm not going to function and make your day a little worse. So, anyways, I had to go back the next day with the receipt. I went there with the receipt, and I said, hey, these aren't functioning. I'd like to trade them for a new pair. Right, and then they say, all right, we can't give you a new pair right now, but we'll take yours and we'll send them to our lab so that we can test that they are in fact not working. And I'm trying to think about this. Why the fuck would I 2 days later ask for a new pair if mine was still working? It's not as though I'm trying to exchange them to something else. I'm asking for the same one. Why would I show up to your store for fun? Haha. It amuses me to trade things for no apparent reason. No, and then I had to wait an entire week to get them back. Ah, yes, we have realized they're in fact broken. Oh, thank you. Can I get my new headphones now? Yeah. I don't know. And it was apparently just some new policy they had added to their shop, which fucking annoyed me. That was during my sperm donor days because I often went, it was in a town, 5 kilometers away from where I am right now. I went there to donate sperm, and then I'd often run back home. And so it was just when I was there doing that. I miss those days. It, gave me a little extra money, and, I'm thinking they'll send my sperm samples around the world, and then there will be a bunch of sort of mini me's ruining everybody's life that comes into contact. Well, at least if they take anything from me, they will. That's a pretty nice thought. I'm not sure how much of that I should talk about because there is some contractual shit, but I suppose everything's anonymous, so whether or not I decide to speak about it doesn't really matter. I don't fucking know half of this stuff where it's ended up. I made a new friend, yay. Is it the Lhasa guy? Because I used to go to, we were in the same high school class, and he entered the stream, in the beginning at least. Is he the one you're referring to? I don't know. Sorry, I'm a bit snotty. It's because I don't fucking know. It happens sometimes. Ask questions. Until then, I'll start talking about pain throughout my life. Cuba Pastro is on my Discord. Congratulations. I hope you have a bunch of fun. I don't know. I haven't used Discord much. Somebody once told me to make a Discord server page. I don't fucking know what you call it, but I don't think it makes sense. At least not, with my sort of stature, I'm able to pull 3 live views on a live stream. Something I'm very proud of. You know, this is one of the most impressive feats I've ever been able to show off, I suppose, throughout my entire life. Something to really be proud of, and if you want to send me a medal, well, hurry the fuck up, because I think I deserve it. I've written pain throughout my life. I suppose I meant that in a sort of a storytelling kind of way, trying to consider what kind of pain I've suffered through. I'm certain a lot of people have experienced much more pain than I have, but I can only speak from my sort of point of view. When I was in kindergarten, I was trying to lift a tile, sort of a square tile, right? Fucking heavy. And we were doing this to see who was strongest, and I couldn't physically hold it up anymore, so I just dropped it, and it smashed my finger. Completely wrecked that shit. It turned purple, right? And then the nail, a few days later, just started curling up. Must have been just before the holidays, because it was during that time that it went up, and my mum had to cut it off. And the thing about my mum is that she's really squeamish, so she hated doing that more than probably I hated having it done to me. Because I don't know, if you don't like looking at painful things, which most people don't, right? But if you don't like that and you have to cut a nail that's 90 degrees into the air, then, you know, it's gonna fucking be vicious. Yeah, that was the first sort of time I remember. Well, I've been told that my dad dropped me on the concrete when I was a baby, but, you know, typical dad behavior, am I right? My mum probably overreacted there, thinking it was the worst thing ever. Honestly, I suppose that's why I've grown so fond of the pavement throughout my life. Talking about pain, do you have kinks? If yes, what kind of kinks? Ah yes, this is something I've always been waiting to share on YouTube. My kinks. I don't know. Do I have any kinks? Not anything, you know, not any interesting kinks that are worth sharing, I don't think. I wouldn't. Guilty pleasures to kinks, right? I asked for questions. I certainly did, and hey, I'll answer them. I'm really trying to think any kinks that I have. I mean, honestly, they're just boring. And also, I'm trying to think of the difference between a kink and a fetish. Is a fetish just a kink gone Super Saiyan? I suppose so. A kink. I like thighs, I guess. Female, for the most part. At least I haven't come across a male thigh that I've thought, yes, I want to lick that. I don't know. Isn't that fucking a standard thing? Because at some point I have to ask the question, is this just something I think I like more than others? Or, you know, is this just regularly attractive? Yeah, who does not love female thighs? Exactly. You know what I mean? I don't know. That seems... But I mean, you could philosophize about this kind of stuff. You know, go into the definitions. How do you actually define a kink? Anyways, that would be it. But it just seems so standard. What else? I mean, I'm not fucking attracted to tables or anything. The philosophy of thighs, you're goddamn right about that one, bitch. Continue the questions. We're at, what, 10 now? 11? Let's just say 11. So, what, there are 4 more. You get to ask 4 more questions, so make them good, and then I'm out of here. Having to see all this or watch it back and then pick up the parts might be a sort of a long process, but I suppose it will be fun. I don't know if it will be. Maybe it'll be insufferable. Who the fuck knows? Or maybe I'll just pick one part of it as the highlight and upload that. 2 for 2. Me and 2. You're not talking to me. Somebody joined the stream. Yes. Hello, stranger. What kind of kinks are you into? That's the kind of stuff we're talking about at the moment. The point of this is that I'll end the stream after 15 questions and I'm up to 11. So if you want to contribute, go ahead. If not, that's fine. I guess I'll just make it through somehow. Weird way to welcome somebody, well, is the fucking case, isn't it? It's what's going on right now. But I was talking about pain, you know, other than the existential pain I feel all year round. I suppose the second time I experienced sort of hardcore pain was when I broke my arm and people just started laughing at me because they thought I was making it up. How the fuck do you make up? My arm is bent the wrong way and you think I'm making that up? That's some next level acting. I suppose when you're somebody of my sort of capabilities, that's just standard. When did I get that Michael Jackson poster behind me? And what's its story? I got it for my birthday. This one. I got it for my birthday so many years ago. I started dancing a lot of Michael Jackson stuff when I was around 11 years old because I got the news that he had died, and I realized I don't fucking know anything about him. So I started listening to his music and got really into it. And so I guess my family just noticed and then they gave me the poster. I also went to watch the movie. What's the story behind it? Well, I don't think there's a story behind it, but there's something interesting to say about it in the sense that it has affected kind of a lot the sort of my intention to make YouTube videos, because the first channel I made sort of officially is a channel called Mod Sega, and it's still up. It still exists. I had it with one of my friends. He's actually coming over later tonight, but we created it, and I needed to find a name, and for the channel, right? And I was looking at the post, and I saw somebody had the last name Ortega or something, and I thought, you know what? If we change that a bit, we can make that our channel name. So we landed on Mod Sega, and you know, I've moved on from that channel and have since posted on here. But yeah, I suppose it does have some story. I'm surprised I haven't ejaculated onto it yet. I'll keep you posted on that one. I won't, and I probably won't I probably won't ejaculate onto it either. But I don't fucking know. You never know about these things. You don't know how to rotate my elbow 360 degrees. This is a normal human thing. No, I guess I skipped that day of school where they taught it. I also skipped the next sort of class in that line of I guess physical movement where they teach you the helicopter elbow. Rather useful to get around the place. Don't have a car, don't have a bike, just fucking spin that shit around and you go flying. I wish I had made that. It would have made my life a lot easier. I'm so lost with the ejaculation thing now. My mind won't stop thinking about it. Well, that was sort of the point. That was sort of the point. We have 2 questions left. 2 questions left. And 5 minutes to me having sent live for an hour. Bread to the hungry mind, exactly. Who doesn't want to think of me ejaculating onto a Michael Jackson poster? I'm pretty sure he'd enjoy it. So, you know, actually, I'm not young enough. So, but a lot of people think I'm younger than I actually am. So, I mean, maybe he'll give me a pass. I don't fucking know. Can I post a video of me doing a backflip in the future? As soon as my final message, and it's just me breaking my neck. I can probably get in contact with a friend. I don't know why you're obsessed with backflips. I did a video where I tried teaching myself to do a standing backflip. What do you call that? A flip flop, right? That's on my channel. But I never actually finished it, or, you know, learned it completely. That was on the grass. How much money do I want for a video of a backflip? Alright, this is getting interesting now. How much are you willing to pay, I think, is the most important question. Then we can, you know, let's talk numbers and then we'll get the fucking show on the road. Paid to do a... How much do I want to get paid to do a backflip and die? Let me think about this. The end is near. Trust me, the end has been near for a fucking long time. I love that. I don't know. That should be... Just the thought of somebody doing a video where they perform a backflip, break their neck and die, and that's their legacy. It's super poetic, and I fucking love that shit. 2 views from you and Cuba. Is it good enough as payment? No. I'm sorry. It has to be more. I see there are 4 people now. If you want to ask a question, go ahead. That's sort of the point of this. I'll ask any question. It doesn't fucking matter what it is. You know, we've just discussed my masturbatory habits. I mean, I'm certain we can come across more interesting topics, but I suppose that was just what was laid on the table at that time. I can offer my endless friendship or slavery. I'll go with the latter, son. I'll go with the latter. 20 it is. 20 what? I thought we got 15 already. Thought it was the end. Did we get 15? Well, if we got 15, you know, I'm fucking saved. I'll give you, I suppose I'll give you the chance to ask one last question. So, if you have something locked up within you that you have to release into the world, chill with the bright light. What do you mean? You've seen me in real life. You know how much I glow. It fucks with me. I'll grant you that much. Fuck, I hate that shit. But it's sort of alright. Look at this. Is this better? Huh? I can turn this off, but then I just look even more retarded. I'm white enough already. Yeah. I feel as though we've talked about this before. I don't know. I'm so white. People mistake me for the sun. My house is on fire. What would I save? Myself? What? What? We're trying to make him do a backflip and post it. Help us. Trust me, she's been trying for years. Anna's one of my friends, just to add context. um, Anyways, I don't know. I don't think I have that much more to go off of. Sorry, Anna, get fucked. I'm not physically capable of doing that. Well, you're right, but I mean, fucking, I can die trying. I should die trying, is what I mean. It's been 60 minutes. Prove her wrong. What do you mean? I'm not going to prove her wrong. I just told you specifically I'm not going to prove her wrong, and I am going to die. But yeah, that's what I've been saying. I think I'm getting very close to ending the stream, but I see we've gotten another viewer, so I just kind of want to see if they've got a question, because I don't fucking know. It's fun answering them. They might fuck off, you know, like every important or major person in my life has done so far. How's my day? Pretty average. I've done fuck all, you know. What have I done? I'm trying to think of anything productive I've been up to today, and I can't think of anything. I might go for a run after this, you know, if that satisfies your curiosity. But you know, other than that, pretty much just fucked. I've streamed today. That's productive. Son, let me tell you something. I've set up a camera on a tripod. I'm drinking a beer, you know, made for actual children, and I'm sitting on a chair. You know, to me, that's not very productive. That's sort of just fucking, how do I pass time? But I'll be honest, I find it fairly entertaining, and I have found the stream entertaining. I'm going to end it now, but there'll be a new stream tomorrow, I suppose. I don't know if it'll be as long as this one. But I've got to say, time passed really quickly. And I'm certainly going to do more streams. Let's see how it turns out with the highlight thing. Not the highlighting of my face, but the highlights of this video. I'll figure something out. You'll see it on my channel. It'll be something more bite-sized. Thank you for watching. I guess I'll just see